In a quiet rural town called Canberra, there lived a well-known family, the Okore family. Mr. and Mrs. Okore had a daughter named Nkiru, a strikingly beautiful young woman admired from afar until people witnessed her greatest weakness, her uncontrollable love for food. Nkiru did not just enjoy eating, she lived for it. She ate as though she had been hungry her entire life. A full pot of rice could be her breakfast and lunch, yet by evening her stomach would rumble again. When people teased her, asking if she had the stomach of a camel, she only laughed proudly and said, "I love food. I'm a true foodie." Surprisingly, despite her constant eating, Nkiru never gained weight. She stayed slim and attractive, which confused everyone. What most villagers did not know was that her obsession started in childhood. Whenever she cried, her parents silenced her with food. Soon, she learned that tears brought meals, and before long, food became her comfort, reward, and obsession. Sadly, her parents never corrected her behavior. As she grew older, Nkiru was always drawn to the smell of food. Wherever something was cooking, she appeared, watching silently until she was invited. Often, before the owner realized it, Nkiru had eaten more than her share. At first, people laughed it off because she was young, but as she matured, the habit became embarrassing. Villagers began hiding their meals when they saw her coming. Some even ran indoors with their plates. They gave her cruel nicknames like Stomach and Greedy One. Her parents felt deep shame and regret knowing they had enabled her behavior. Determined to change her, they removed all food and snacks from the house. That morning, Nkiru had already eaten heavily, yet by late morning she was hungry again. She searched the house desperately, but found nothing. When she begged her parents, they ignored her, insisting she must learn self-control. Overcome by hunger, Nkiru followed the scent of fried rice to a neighbor's compound. Seeing no one around, she sat down and ate the food right there. She was caught in the act by Mama Zainab, who shouted and gathered the villagers. Even as they scolded her, she made sure she finished eating before apologizing. The shame reached her parents, who were heartbroken. Still, later that night, they restocked the house with food, afraid she would disgrace them again. Nkiru had few friends. The only close friend she had, Amara, cut ties with her after Nkiru ruined her wedding. As a bridesmaid and dance leader, Nkiru disappeared during the ceremony. She had gone to the kitchen, lied to the cooks, and collected a large cooler of food. When guests later complained that food ran out, the truth came out. Amara found Nkiru hiding in a corner, eating from the cooler. Furious and humiliated, she chased her away and warned her that such behavior would prevent her from ever finding a husband. Those words wounded Nkiru deeply. Determined to prove her wrong, she began to dress more attractively and pay attention to men she had once ignored. Most avoided her knowing her reputation, but one man, Chinedu, tall, calm, and gentle, showed interest. They became close, and Nkiru hid her obsession, eating very little around him. One day, overwhelmed by hunger, she was walking home when she saw a grand sacrifice laid out for the gods, filled with eggs, corn, and palm oil. She tried to resist but failed. She sat down and ate everything. When she got home, her mother asked where she had been. Nkiru tried to answer, but her mouth would not open. Panic followed. No matter what they tried, her lips were sealed. She could not eat, speak, or explain. Days passed and she grew weak. The village elders revealed the truth. Nkiru had offended the gods. Only confession could save her. The entire village gathered, and in tears, Nkiru wrote her confession. The moment the truth was revealed, her mouth opened again. But forgiveness did not come easily. Chinedu left her, her parents wept, and the villagers were disappointed. For the first time in her life, Nkiru truly felt remorse. She lost her appetite and cried bitterly. Later, the villagers tested her change by cooking a delicious meal openly. The aroma filled the air, but Nkiru stayed away. Seeing this, the villagers applauded. They forgave her, and her parents embraced her with pride. From that day on, Nkiru overcame her greed. She learned discipline, respect, and self-control. Her story became a lesson in Canberra. Excess, when left unchecked, can destroy even the most beautiful gifts. The end.